Alright, so the first official rule we're going to review is the product rule. And the product rule only works, in fact, all of these only work if you're dealing with the same base. So the same variable being multiplied by itself or the same number being multiplied by itself. When this occurs, there is a pattern that exists that allows us to just add the existing exponents. So we would keep the base the same, but we would be adding the exponent. So x to the a times x to the b is really x to the a plus b. So what that would look like is, say I have x cubed times x squared. Well, that's really x times x times x times x times x. And so that's really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these x's being multiplied by each other, which is why x cubed times x squared comes out to be x to the 5th power. It works the same way with number bases. So if I had 2 cubed times 2 to the 4th power, that would be 2 to the 7th power. Now I have to be careful if they start jumbling these up and it's a number in front of a variable and the numbers aren't the same. So for example, if I have something like 3x squared times 4x cubed, well, the numbers 3 and 4 are not the same bases, and just keep in mind that the 3 and the x aren't necessarily locked together in this multiplication here. The 3 and the 4 are just coefficients. If this had been 3 and 3, I could do 3 squared because there are technically understood ones, because that 2 was only going to the x. It's not going to the 3 in front of it. If it had been in parentheses, that'd be a different story, but right now it's just going to the x. So if I see a situation like this, I am simply going to multiply the numbers out front like normal. 3 times 4 gives me 12. And then since I'm multiplying the same variable, same base, then I will keep it x, and I will add the exponent. So this is x to the 5th power. So you have a couple examples in your notes of these. We have h squared times h to the 6th. That should be h to the 8th. And then we have two parentheses. So I'm going to keep it careful here. Like I said, -2 and 7, these are not the same base, so I'm going to just multiply them like normal. So -2 times a +7 is a -14. Then I notice that I have an a times an a, so I can only add the exponents for the a's together. So that's going to leave me with an a to the 5th power. And then I have two b's here, and I have to understand that these have an understood exponent of 1, so b to the 1st times b to the 1st is really b to the 2nd. Since none of these are the same, I can't do anything else. This would be the final answer. So try one of those, see if you're getting it.